two, a one, two. We should have talked about that.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Mando Lessons. My name's Baron Collins Hill and I'm here with Noah Fishman. We put out an album last fall called Fine Times, and on it we recorded Noah's great tune Hey Buddy Hey. There's one lesson already on the website where Noah breaks the tune down and teaches it, so you should go check that out. But we also wanted to take a minute and talk a little bit about arrangement and playing in the key of E and just our process with this tune.
So this tune was a lot of fun to put together. And a lot of that was due to the arrangement we put together. Let's just jump right into it and talk about what we did at the top of the tune. So if you listen to the recording, there's a very high energy kind of doom, 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 doom thing that we get into. Baron, what are you doing during that part?
So during that part, I really just kind of playing these really kind of high intensity, pretty percussive. I've just got this octave of E, so 7th fret on the A string and 12th fret on the E string with this rhythm. I do that twice. And then I walk it down twice. And then for the last little bit, we've got a hit where I've got this little kind of high B chord going on.
Let's do that hit together. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm doing.
That's what it sounds like. And Noah's got some kind of more fleshed out chords going on with some nice harmonics.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is I guess you could call it a walk down of these dyads, these pairs of two notes. So what I do is I lower the first note, and then I lower the lower note. So I'm getting this kind of caterpillar motion going. It's not super important what the specific notes and chords are, because they don't really follow a structure that reflects the structure of the song. But if you want to play what I'm playing, it goes like this.
And I'm coming in with the hits. Oh yeah, the other hits.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so...
so yeah, get that little thing going and then I'll pop some things on top.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then I walk down. One more time. With the hits.
And then I play this chord.
You've got that nice little drag through it.
Mm-hmm. And I actually do it a little up the neck, so you get a rounder sound instead of you get some more harp-like. But this is a B chord, 1-5-1 of B, and then I leave the E string open for that B sus sound. It's not a B major, it's a B sus. And I really like this intro because although the tune is kind of an old-time bluegrassy tune, this gives it a bit of a modern,
yeah, it's
funky
a little
twist.
poppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we do the intro up to tempo?
Sure.
1, 2, a 1, 2, 1, 2.
And what I really like about this is right after Noah plays that great chord, he hits this little chop in the recording. You can go to the recording and hear this. And because we've kind of gotten out of time there with that nice draggy chord, we've sort of messed with the sense of, we had that nice strong beat going, but then it kind of has faded into this amorphous sort of like, okay, where's this going? And in order for me to come back in and both of us to start at the same time, it requires that little pop of, it's kind of like a pickup chop.
Exactly. The pickup chop reminds us that this is about to be a rippin' bluegrass tune.
And then we're into the tune.
Yeah. So let's talk melody.
Yeah.
The melody is basically built up of different arpeggios that are mostly just an E pentatonic scale or arpeggio. That's the DNA of the tune right there. And as I mentioned in video number 1, I hadn't written or played many tunes in E major before, so this tune was a fun way for me to explore some of these fingerings. The lowest note on the mandolin that's in E major is that G sharp. And so if you want to get your fingers warmed up for the key of E major, you can do a little E major scale. Yeah.
Nice.
And then, yeah, if you want to do it in thirds. These are the kind of stuff I do on a rain day. Whoops.
I'll just interject here. This is what Noah's doing is very akin to what I've talked about a lot on Mando Lessons with the Jazz Mando website, which Ted from Jazz Mando's put these great PDFs together called FFCP, 4-finger closed position scales. And Noah, and then he'll not only run you up and down the scales, but also through those sort of patterns like Noah was just doing. And I guess I don't know exactly which scale that would be off the top of my head, because it's starting on the 3rd.
Oh, yeah.
But,
you mean like in terms of a mode?
Yeah. So yeah, he's working out of the 2nd finger. Your 2nd finger's got the tonic.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, check out those FFCP over at jazzmando.com. You can, it's pretty findable from the front page. FFCP, if you're interested in playing outside of your average keys of G and C and D. And once you get into this, you're kind of working a little bit more out of closed positions.
Mm-hmm. So I broke down the melody in lesson 1. Baron, do you want to talk a little about how you accompany a tune in E?
Yeah, so there's kind of a couple different ways. You could play, let's see, you could take your chop chord. You know, I kind of think of it as two different options. I'm playing pretty straight ahead, kind of chop, super percussive bluegrass style rhythm to this. I opted for what I call like the bar chord over the chop chord. So the chop chord I think of as kind of this G, but starting in E, so it'd be. But just to give it a little bit more kind of bass, I decided to go for this bar chord, which is more like your kind of standard A chord, starting up on E, and I'm pretty much just. And it's all pretty straight ahead. Occasionally I'll do this. Little syncopation. And then when we get to the B part, B. I really like to take that moment and just hit the same rhythm as the melody just to break things up a little bit.
Yeah.
And make that spot really punch out.
And you're playing like...
I'm playing D and D.
Like that? Cool. And finishing up the melody?
And then finishing off the melody. Yep. So then we kind of, at that point, we just break it. I think Noah plays the melody. And then from there, we jump into some solos. And it's pretty sort of straight ahead what you can think of as like a bluegrass tune at that point, except maybe some of our playing gets a little outside the bluegrass tradition.
Yeah. Actually, just one more comment on the accompaniment. Is because the key of E is so strident on the mandolin, you get so much ring from the open E string. When I'm accompanying, I try to keep it even lower.
Nice.
And I'm doing a lot of these little walk downs as well.
That's one of my favorite, that E chord you started off with, that kind of low pitched E chord. G sharp on the G string, first fret, E, B, open E, and often not even that open E, just 3-string, 2-string chords.
It's a beautiful sound.
Especially when it's 2 mandolins and the melody's up high, you can really cut back the number of strings you're playing and still get a full sound and not take over the melody.